June 24th. I'm down in Sulphur, Oklahoma, actually real close to Dusty and Marissa, Cross Timbers, Bison, and the Ponderosa. But I'm down here for my day job. I'm down here about every 3 weeks. And just at one of my customers, get a call from the wife. She goes, hey, one of the wind turbine technicians stopped by and said our bison are out. Well, I'm about hour 15, hour 20 away from the house. And apparently our bison have been out since yesterday. And let me tell you the importance of daily herd checks, people. And it's just one of those things. Wednesdays are always very busy for me. I got work. And then usually I meet my family for dinner before church service, and then we head straight to service. And then I get home when it's dark. Well, yesterday I actually did get to go home before, and I did make a mental note that I didn't see the herd, but it's been hot. They've been hanging out in low spots lately, so I just chalked it up to them being in a spot I couldn't see. And when I say I didn't see them, I didn't like search the pasture or anything. That was just driving in, driving out. The places I could see, I didn't see them. But they are out, so I am having to quit what I'm doing, obviously. Looks like I'm having a ranching day. So when I get back, I'll start videoing, and then I'm gonna do another one of those cool map things, show y'all where they are. I don't think they're too far from the ranch. The wind technician just texted me a pin, so I need to look at that, see where they're at. I think he sent me some pictures of them hanging out. But yep, I gotta get the horn, get some cubes, get the four-wheeler, and get these guys back on the property. And then I gotta work on fence, because I'm pretty sure I know of a spot where they're jumping. The fence is very low. It's really easy for me, even for me, to step over that fence without having to worry about much. So I've got to throw some new T-posts down and make that fence a bit taller. So that's what I'm doing today. I will say it's kind of an anxious drive. You know, them things can cover some ground. Hopefully they just lay down for the next 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours, and hopefully they just hang out and decide not to move again. So yeah, kind of an anxious drive, that's for sure. But I'm gonna get back and get stuff taken care of. Currently driving through all sorts of properties, and I can't find them. So yay, bison herd on the loose. Well, Hope has located the herd. Thank goodness for my wife. Guess who we also found all by herself? The meat animal that's been up by the house. She decided to jump to. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I'm gonna have so much fence work to do, it's not even gonna be funny. I'm gonna take work off tomorrow. I mean, I've got one thing to do at 7 a.m. have to do, and then I've got to try to somehow get a perimeter fence up around this whole place. Anyways, four-wheeler, horn, cubes, let's go get them. Well, I am currently, I think, close to 3 miles from the house, but tucked away, way back in there in that little pocket, is our herd. And I think they're somewhere in those trees. Not the trees closest, the trees in the background. Yes, that's right. So alright, so here we go. I'm going to show you all on a map exactly where the herd was and where Hope saw them from. So blue dot, there's the ranch. Okay, scroll down a little bit. There's one whole section. Alright, we start getting into the other section. They're south of that big plant you see there. Alright, so look, that little brown field right in the middle, right there, zoom in on, boom. They were there. That's where they were. And then, right here, there's this road, creates a L at this other section. That was the only vantage point you could see the bison from. And that's where I was videoing from. So I'm gonna measure a distance here real quick of where the herd was up to the ranch right there. 1.7 1.724 miles. That's a pretty good ways for a herd of 23 bison. Well, here we go. Running this girl. I'm still very far from the ranch. I think over a mile. Okay, so I'm going to jump in real quick to explain what I'm doing here. This is the meat cow. She was on the meat pasture, just barely north of that blue dot. And that's the ranch, right by the pasture, right by the house. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down even more. Right there, along that 1220. She was in that field with that pond right there we're looking at. In there, okay? There's that road. Boom. Let's keep going. Okay. Well, let's go a little bit more, shall we? All right. There we go. There's the ranch. That's how far she was. She wasn't with the herd. She was by herself all the way down there. So let's measure it again, shall we? Okay. Put our pin down. Measure the distance. All right. A little bit more. Looky there. Look how far that is. 2.8 miles. And still running her down. If I'm right in my thinking, I believe she was 2.5 miles from the ranch. But I was able to get her through a gate, got that gate shut, and right now I'm just running her up the county street. So I just really want her to get back so she can get some water and lay down and rest and get some of our good alfalfa pellets, oats, and beet pulp in her. And she jumped. I did find out the herd, there was a gate down, so yeah. Letting her have a little breather. And I'm also very close to running out of gas. And I am very thirsty, so Hope is going to be coming down this road at some point, bringing gas and me some water with some element in it. So I'm going to let her just mosey her own way up north for a while. Let her rest, catch her breath. And yeah. Alright, well, I am now pretty close to where they originally were this morning. Hope spotted them in this field. Okay, so again, I just want to show you which field this is, just to give you guys some context. So here we go, switch to red. There's the ranch. Arrow down to the field where that pin is. This part I'm going to circle. This is the only spot you can see the herd from, is from that road right there. 1.7 miles from the ranch. Yep, good times. It is a guy's, he runs a Hereford operation, but this is his hay pasture. So they weren't exactly too thrilled that they had some bison on their land. But anyways, I'm pretty sure they're down here. We're gonna push the wires on this guy's fence down. But before, I want to get eyes on them. Before we do anything, this guy's fence, more than what the bison did. They basically just pushed down the top 1 or 2 lines, didn't break it, just pushed it down. So we just got to get back over here with some clips and stuff and fix this guy's fence once we get the herd back. But this is just his hay pasture, so I understand him not wanting 20-something bison on here, trampling, eating it down right before he cuts it. So, but anyways, like I said, trying to get eyes on them first. Once I get them to start following me, then I'm gonna go back and we'll push those lines on the fence down and start working them home. There's my herd, people. We found them hanging out in some woods. We got them. I'm just gonna assume it's all of them. I gotta get them back to this drop spot. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I'm so hot and thirsty. There's old Billy. There's old Billy. Yeah, I got cubes waiting for you guys, but y'all gotta get all the way home. This is like at the worst time of the day too. It's so hot. And I'm sure they were laid down napping in the shade. So now I'm dragging them up this hill in the sunlight. They are moving slow. if we keep this pace up, could be dark by the time we get back. But honestly, I don't even care. if they follow me at this slow of a pace all the way back, no. Once we get up here, I'll cross this fence and I can get on the four-wheeler. And anyways, I shake a bag and it might make them run a little faster. Honestly, I don't know. It's so hot. They might not. Come on, y'all! See, this was what I was afraid of. Because a few of them would come and then you'd have a group kind of just holding back. But ultimately, I think they all will travel together. We'll just see how it goes. So I think they'll be a little more encouraged once I start shaking a bag of cubes. So I don't know how much of this I'll get to video. It's really hard to manage this and video. So, but I promise I'll try. If I don't pass out from heat exhaustion. Slowly but surely, here they come. They were hoofing it. They're only probably about 50 yards from the road. But we need to get, first we need to get our pasture gate open up on our road. But what they're gonna have to do, they're gonna have to go west about half a mile, and then they're gonna have to go north, probably another half mile. So we still got quite a ways to go, but it was going really good. Once we started pushing them, they really made it over here pretty quick. So, we'll just keep doing it this way. We're gonna have to push them. And just for reference sake, if you're thinking, where are we? Okay, there's the black barn where we work them. Past that battery tank, you can see the edge of the black barn out there. So we're not too far away, but it'll take a bit. All right, so here, just to show y'all again where we are at in this video. So this is getting them to walk up. They stopped right here in that field, and they would not follow me after this point. So that's when we started pushing them, and they tore across that field. I mean, it took maybe a minute once they started running. So originally I was gonna take them west down the road and then back north to the road and through a gate right there. Scratch that. Here's an open field where they originally walked through to get out, and there's a gate right there. So that's where we're gonna send them through. All right, so change of plans. This field actually opens up all the way to the gate they came out of. So I'm gonna push them through this field. A lot better than pushing them up the county road. So we're gonna push them all the way back to the gate and through our own gate back onto our property. And then I will shut the gate. All right, there's the backdrop of our property. We got them. We're closing in, people. We're on the home stretch. I can barely see my phone because it's so hot. And so it's, in like high temp mode or whatever, but I hope y'all are seeing it. Thank you, Lord, for real. They all heard. It's back on Arrowhead Bison property. Woo! Guys, let me tell you what. That was some pretty wild and crazy stuff. Probably the most anxious, one of the most craziest things. Hey, Blue, why you whining, buddy? It's okay. You're all right, boy. One of the craziest things happened since I've been bison ranching. That was always, Scott has always said, it's not a matter of if the bison herd gets out, it's a matter of when. Well, it took about 4 years, and it happened. But man, we very thankful that we train them with horns and get them really used to us so that they'll follow us. And at that point, you just start learning how bison move, and you start pushing them, and they went where they were supposed to go, and it worked out really well. So yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging along and keep these animals as happy and healthy as possible. And thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I explained everything well and y'all were able to see where they were, what we had to do to get them back, and all that good stuff. So thank y'all so much for watching. Every view, every comment, every like, it means a lot to us. And if my YouTube channel continues to grow, hopefully maybe I'll get to start posting more and do that sort of stuff. So please don't be afraid to share and get other people watching and all that good stuff. And I know we haven't had merchandise for a long time or anything like that, but it's just, you know, full-time job and bison ranching, wife, kids, all the other responsibilities. I know everyone's busy. This is just our busy, and it's just a lot to do. And you know, running a ranch ain't cheap, and so we just, you know, haven't decided to set any money towards, you know, merchandise or that sort of stuff. So one of these days we'll come out with some new hats and a shirt or something. But again, thank y'all so much. Y'all are awesome, and I hope y'all are looking forward to the next video. See you later, everybody.